Maximum Crisis was released on May 5th, 2017. This set introduced the true Draco archetype as well as new support for the already dominating Zoodiacs. Additionally, a new ban list was released just a month prior to the release of Maximum Crisis on March 31st, 2017. Magispector Unicorn Kieran, the Tyrant Neptune, and Vanity's Emptiness were now banned from official competitive play. Brionac, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, Maxi, Rescue Cat, Brain Control, Future Fusion, and Imperial Order were now limited to 1 copy each, although some of these cards received an errata. Wisdom Eye Magician, Zoodiac Ratpier, and Interrupted Kaiju Slumber were now semi-limited to 2 copies per deck. And finally, Sangan was now unlimited at 3 copies, although this card also received an errata.
In this series, both MBT and myself will be traversing the sands of Yu-Gi-Oh's history. Each episode will take a deep dive into Yu-Gi-Oh's past formats and unlock new strategies as new sets become available. Strap yourselves in because anything is possible. Welcome to the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code CIMO5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content.
Alright, time to put this win streak to an end. If anything is going to halt me in my tracks, it'll be playing this. Dracos. In the previous episode, we showcased just how powerful Masterpiece the True Draco Slaying King is, but he is also part of a dedicated strategy, the True Dracos. The True Dracos aim to draw an insane amount of cards over the course of a turn, by way of things like Pot of Duality, Disciples of the True Draco Phoenix, True Draco Heritage, Card of Demise, and Pot of Desires. It was not uncommon to see maybe like 15 cards added from deck to hand over the course of a single turn piloting this deck. The control deck of the format, this deck aimed to tribute summon using the tribute summoning effects of their continuous spells and traps, copies of cards like Dynamite Knight the True Draco Fighter, Ignis Heat the True Draco Warrior, and Majesty Maiden the True Draco Caster, before eventually turning the corner to Masterpiece the True Draco Slaying King, a card for which very few decks have a reasonable out. This deck was unquestionably a force in the metagame. It was a rogue annihilator, tamping down a whole host of decks that would have otherwise vied for tier 1 contention. But notably, it didn't have a super convincing win rate against Zoodiac or True Draco Zoo. Its strategy is completely telegraphed. It functionally plays with all of its cards on the table. It doesn't take a genius to figure out how to board against a deck that's setting 5 back row and hoping for the best. Cards like Unending Nightmare and Imperial Order were becoming more and more prevalent, and this deck had a real problem with those options. And finally, despite the fact that it's playing so few individual monsters, this deck can brick exceptionally easily. In fact, many duelists would board out of copies of Masterpiece just because it's such a terrible card to draw in a board state where you really want to prevent your entire hand from going to the graveyard via Card of Demise at the end of the turn. Now, make no mistake, this deck was good and was one of the big 3 during this format, but in terms of its finishes, it fell much shorter than Zoodiac and True Draco Zoo. That said, this deck has something that Zoodiac and True Draco Zoo don't, and that's longevity. Get excited to see this deck because this is hardly the last time you'll be looking at it. Let's go through the cards real quick. Majesty Maiden the True Draco Caster, when your opponent activates a card or effect, allows you to add a True Draco or True King monster from your deck to your hand. Dynamite Knight does the same with traps, and Ignis Heat does the same with spells. Masterpiece of True Draco Slaying King needs no introduction. Card of Demise draws you 3 cards. Cosmic Cyclone cleans up back row board states. Disciples of the True Draco Phoenix is a fantastic way to ensure that you never run out of material and get extra normal summons. Dragonic Diagram, of course, is an incredibly powerful card. Forbidden Chalice contests Dridents and ensures your diagram resolves. Pot of Desires and Pot of Duality are great consistency tools. Regeki cleans up gummy board states, as does the Monarch Stormforth. Terraforming searches the Dragonic Diagram. True Draco Heritage, in this deck in particular, frequently draws you 3 cards, and of course enables another normal summon. Skill Drain is in here. Solemn Strike and Solemn Warning are exceptionally powerful, as are 3 copies of True Draco Apocalypse, a card that can be activated during the damage step and destroy cards your opponent controls, as well as during the main phase, perform a normal summon. True King's Return ensures that you always have blockers when your opponent goes for big damage pushes, and in the side we've got Ash Blossom, the additional Cosmic Cyclones, 2 Dark Hole, 2 Dimensional Barrier, 3 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, a Maxi, and for the mirror, an Unending Nightmare. In the extra we've got Double Abyss Dweller, Castel, Diamond... Why am I even explaining these to you? I don't think the deck can even make them. So with that, here's Alex.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you're going to hate more. The fact that I'm playing Zoo again, or the fact that Joseph's playing one of the most brain-dead decks imaginable in Demise True Draco. A very terrifying deck, because Masterpiece is a hell of a card, but honestly, I don't know about you all. I'd rather play this with a lot of interaction versus that deck, but that's obviously one person's opinion. So we're playing just a normal Zoo deck. This is pure Zoo that just has all the bells and whistles you could hope for. At this point, we had another ban list, I believe, that didn't really change all that much, but we do now have the fact that people are playing the deck in a more evolved way, and so we'll talk about how that goes here in a little bit. Let's do the card by card. We got triple Ghost Ogre, 1 Maxi, double Ram, double Rat, triple Thoroughblade. This starts to become standard just because people realize how good this card is, and triple Whiptail. Then for the spells, we have 1 Book, double Cosmic, double Econ, very powerful, triple Tenki, a Forbidden Chalice, triple My Body, 2 Desires, Raigeki, Shuffle Reborn, can't wait to talk about this, Soul Charge, and Barrage. And then for the traps, we have Dimensional Barrier, triple Strike, a Warning, a Torrential, and a Zoodiac combo. So let's take a step back here. So the reason you're seeing this looking a little bit different from prior Zoodiac versions is because the existence of True Draco forces Zoodiac to pivot in a much different way. Obviously, a card like Ghost Ogre is a lot higher impact in a format like this because against a lot of the stuff that the True Draco deck offers, Ogre's really strong for not only removing spells, but also for removing monsters at the same time. That's why you see stuff like main deck Cosmic Cyclone, which is really strong against the True Draco stuff, but also good against Zoo as well. You're seeing a lot of stuff that has a lot of overlap here. Book's pretty good in both instances. Enemy Controller, always a fantastic card when this card shows up because being able to take your opponent's Zoo monster, not only do you get them off of a monster so they can't do stuff like bring it back with cards like Soul Charge or Shuffle Reborn or Chakanine, but then being able to then possibly, if it's your turn, use it as material is just disgusting. So I love the versatility that this offers. Then we have stuff like Chalice and My Body, which we've seen before. And then we have Shuffle Reborn. This is one of the latest innovations in the deck. So this is a random common card out of one of the more recent sets. It might be Maximum Crisis or, around this time. If you control no monsters, target a monster in your graveyard. Special summon it, but its effects are negated and banish it during the end phase. Obviously, this doesn't matter because you can just overlay and keep the monster. And then you can banish this card from your graveyard, target a card you control, shuffle it into the deck, then draw a card. Also, during the end phase of this turn, banish a card from your hand. So this allows you to also cycle a card as well, which is kind of sick. Zoodiac kind of got into this position where you would normal summon a Zoo, and if they dealt with it, you might have like Barrage. And then if they dealt with the Barrage or the Zoo that came off of it, then you could have something like Shuffle Reborn. Because your board would be empty again, you can bring back the same monster and then continue to just keep doing stuff with that same monster. So that's why this card entered the foray here. And then we have some traps because now that we have the existence of True Draco, we need to have cards that are actually going to be able to threaten Masterpiece, because obviously if a Masterpiece goes monster spell, then that way they're going to be able to make it so that it's invincible to everything in a deck that doesn't play traps. So that's why we have Strike, that's why we have Warning, that's why we have Torrential, and we just need to have some outs. And also these are just good against Zoo, period. The extra deck is so clean. So we have Dweller, we have Emerald, Tornado Dragon, newly released out of Maximum Crisis. I love this card. It's just such a simple design, but it's so powerful because it's just an MST on legs that you can use once per turn, and it's a quick effect. Like, what more could you ask for? Then we have what's arguably the best Zoodiac lineup in terms of 1 Borbo, triple Broadbolt, double Chakanine, triple Dryden. It took a while for people to really just get on this. 1 Hammer Kong and double Tiger Mortar. And for the side deck, triple Ash, triple Flying Sea, triple Gamma Seal, triple Twin, the 2 extra dimensional barriers, and Imperial Order. Get ready because you're going to be seeing this card a lot. So I can't wait to play this one out. It's going to be scary because Masterpiece is a hell of a card, but I think with Marcello Barberi's first place list from the European WCQ, we can get there. So ladies and gentlemen, let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to duel. Well, Joseph, me being in the shirt of shame for eternity is continuing once again. Hopefully, with you playing True Draco, we're going to change our odds for once, but I'm not feeling super confident. I know you're over the moon because you get to play one of your favorite decks ever. I know you're just gleaming over there.
Favorite decks ever. Come on, don't put this on me. I appreciated True Draco during this format, but I would hardly call it one of my favorite decks ever. Shouts out to Sorab, who continued to force this deck for the next 2 years.
There are no volcanic cards in here. What do you mean Sorab playing this? What
people know him as the volcanic guy, but he had an insane run with this deck. He top 16 the WCQ. The next WCQ, he won a giant card with this. People, this deck will not die, and you are about to see its genesis right now.
That's true. Shout out to Patreon. QKB beats MBT through TKO. I don't know what that's in reference
to. QKB. I'm going to have to look that up.
Shout, thank you for the support. Buddy, I rolled a 2 for the number of games I need to actually get out of the Shirt of Shame.
I didn't put anything up. So I'm going to
Okay,
grab... I have a big sack of Kinder Buenos, and I'm going to grab a random number and then pull them out.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I pulled 8, so you do win the...
Woo! All right, thank God. I don't get to go second against this deck. That's
And
a
one of them
nightmare.
fell
All
into my coffee.
right. It's just everything's going to shit now, isn't it? I don't know how people still watch
I love this deck!
You ready, buddy?
This deck. Yeah, go.
I love this deck, too.
Go off,
Pot of
King.
Desires.
Do whatever you want. You think I'm going
I
to
was gonna
interact
say,
with you?
No, you're not going to interact with shit. You don't
In
play
fact,
hand
I'm
traps. You're a
leaving.
Demise
Fuck
deck.
off.
Yeah. Barrage. I think he actually left. We'll go Rat. So my one issue is that I think we started doing different combos post ban list.
Well,
wait a minute.
well. Little baby can't play without his fusion sub training wheels.
I honestly, that's kind of true. I'm not gonna lie. Did they? Oh, I know the problem. Never mind. Okay, never mind. We played Pot of Desires first. I know the problem. I'm going to put this rap here back in my deck real quick.
I see. Oh, okay.
It's one of those. It's one of those. It's one of those. That's we'll make it work. We'll make it work. We're gonna go Ram.
18 naked duelists. Oh yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Damn.
We'll just go for everything.
Absolutely.
Give me a thing. Yep.
Go off, King.
Trust, it's not very exciting. I'll be honest with you. Oh, we were doing some stuff. Maybe I actually did this out of order. Yeah, actually, one moment. Instead of this Borbo, I remember what we were doing now. Hammer Kong was the first material now because we were doing this stuff.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So we get to show off something new. Okay, this isn't bad. We get to show off some cool stuff. So we're gonna go Chalk-a-Nine.
Yeah.
So one of the other setups that we did, once people figured this out, is that Tiger Mortar doesn't have to attach the material to itself. So what you do is you put it on your Hammer Kong. You'll Trident up here. You'll set the fort. And by fort, I mean 2 cards. And what's cool about this is that typically Hammer Kong in end phase would detach, but because it's being negated by the Chalk-a-Nine, it doesn't have to do that. So I actually get to preserve a material, which means my Trident cannot be targeted. So we're showing some new stuff. Go ahead, buddy.
Anything in standby?
No, I'm prepared to get decimated. Go ahead.
Stormforth?
That's about what I expected. This targets, right?
No.
You're good.
This one, please.
Yeah, you sure? Okay, hear me out. Hammer Kong, look how cool he looks. Okay,
Ooh, that is actually correct. I didn't think about it that way. I figured that. All right, diagram.
This is made. Oh, that's diagram. Okay.
Set 1. Diagram effect.
I'll ogre the diagram.
Terraforming.
Diagram. Yep. Yeah, figured.
Diagram.
I know this game. This time it goes through.
All right, we're gonna pop. Oh shit! We'll chain maiden.
Yeah.
All right. We'll pop disciples. We are gonna go grab shit. I guess I'm gonna grab masterpiece. I mean, I don't really think it's the right play.
Oh, actually, you're chaining maiden. I'm sorry, I have strike for that. You're not doing that.
Oh, okay, fine. That's okay. We will, in that case, we will use diagram to grab heritage here.
That's fine.
Activate heritage. Heritage effect.
Sure.
Why? Oh, Jesus. Oh, disciples effect.
It is barrier. I don't think this is going to be very useful against you.
Are
if
you
I had to
sure? I
guess.
think it could go off pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Duality. Oh, those are some good ones. Those are some interesting ones for sure. Very interesting ones.
Tough decision, huh?
Yeah, tough decision. Let's just activate a third diagram. We'll set 1. Let's demise.
Jesus. Yeah.
All right. Whoa, pretty good. This is actually kind of a thinker, so we're gonna lose everything. I don't want to lose everything.
Yeah, just draw 3 monsters, please. That'd be ideal.
Let's set 1. Diagram. It's TD Apocalypse. We'll grab this man.
Sure.
Apocalypse, target. Let's target the Hammer Kong. It does get him, right?
It does not,
Wait, why not?
because he prevents targeting of face-up Zoodiac monsters.
Oh, keep reading, buddy. Next 3 words.
Except this one. Oh man, this card sucks. That's fine.
He's fine. He's all right.
Yeah, he's all right. He's okay.
Disciples effect to shuffle. This has the chance of actually being kind of mid. Ooh, that's interesting. We'll go Disciples effect for Dynamite Knight. Honestly, like, kind of want to stop here. The problem is the cards in my hand are going to the graveyard, right?
That is what Demise says, yes.
It's really not good. Heritage, extra normal. It's not very strong at all. All right, back to you.
Okay, monster spell immune, 2 back row. They'd be anything because you would set anything to not just lose value there. Okay, I'll draw. Stand by main.
Oh, good.
We'll go Rad Effect.
Yeah.
Get me a Thorough Blade into the grave.
I wish I just waited on the fucking Dynamite Knight. If I hadn't demised, the Dynamite Knight could have set a really powerful trap card here, and then I could have summoned the Masterpiece and pop your...
You good?
Yes.
You good?
Me mad that my deck don't do everything.
Yeah. Oh, boo-hoo. Go Trident.
Oh, so the idea here is you're like, oh, he's going to burn the Masterpiece because he wants to retain the Dragonic diagram. But there's no way to out this, right? Like, you just chain it, so you're good.
Pop the diagram.
Okay, fine.
Let's go Shaka 9.
I really would like to stop this. Yeah, that's fine.
Back target Ram.
That's okay.
Let's go Bull.
Have you bowled yet this turn?
I have not. All I've done is dried it and Shaka 9.
All right, so the goal here is if we get 3 Whiptails attached to one of the Xyzs, you can kill it in battle. That's okay. Bull's fine.
Activate.
Yeah.
Grab a Whiptail.
Yep.
As liberating as that was, I think I'm just passing.
I even think I'm really masterpiecing here. I think I would prefer the guys in grave for a follow-up Draco Phoenix. We'll draw.
Yep.
Stand by me. Duality. Oh! Okay. I'm going to tell you, this is actually kind of a weird one. We are just going to Card of Demise for 2. Okay. It's not that weird. Set 2. We'll tribute 1 off for Dynamite Knight.
Sure.
Let's go Apocalypse, target Ram.
Sure. Ram effect.
We'll chain Knight.
Who we getting? You get your trap. Guess we'll get Thoroughblade. Thoroughblade effect.
Yes. Oh, okay. Combat. Wow.
Eat him up. Draw.
Yeah.
In 1. Tanky.
No response.
Thoroughblade.
Yeah.
Let's go Thoroughblade effect.
Thoroughblade effect is fine. I'm going to chain the effect of Knight.
Guess I'll Ogre him.
That's fine.
Like I'm getting any value off of it. And then we'll do this. We'll do this. What does that do? Basically nothing. This is so rough. I'm just trying to like stall out until I actually get something to out Masterpiece. This is just not going well. I'll make Trident.
That's fine.
Pass.
We'll end step Masterpiece here.
Sure. I'll chain popping the return.
We'll chain return. Draw for turn. Stand by main. Guess what we drew?
Perfect.
You got an Ash for me?
No.
Oh
I wish.
To attack. Battle.
Yep. This is close to game.
Second main. Go ahead.
Draw. Yeah, you got it.
Yep.
No chance. Oh, even if I saved the strike, you had more than enough spells to pop all my back. The good old Masterpiece experience. Gotta love him. Don't miss this deck. I love True King Draco, True King Zoo, whatever the hell it's called. I think that version of the deck is sick. This version, I do not miss this in the slightest. But that's Yu-Gi-Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Best of luck, buddy.
Yeah, you too.
Let's go with a Thoroughblade effect to kick things off.
Yep.
Cycle this. Okay. I guess we're probably just doing the huge. We'll go Hammer, Bull.
Yep.
Basically doing the same thing as last time. Get ourselves... yeah, I'll get Whiptail.
Yep.
And then seen this before.
Yep.
I think... Now we're doing this the same way. Get us our Kong.
Mm-hmm.
Go Tiger. Put whatever underneath it. I guess I could put Whiptail under. That's kind of cool. And we'll put this Trident in attack, because Thoroughblade actually has stats. We'll set 1, and we pray. Go ahead, buddy.
We'll set 1. Set 2.
Sure.
Dragonic Diagram.
Placing of the field spell is fine.
We'll go for it.
Imperial Order.
I figured. I was like, that's what he's got to be setting 1 for.
Isn't Yu-Gi-Oh great?
Yeah, no response to this. Go ahead.
End phase, I have to detach from Hammer Kong, so I will do so. I guess I'll also just pop the diagram anyway.
Yeah.
In case you just have a way. I might as well just get a free activation out of it. We'll go main 1. 2 back row. What do you have? The Return and the Apocalypse. Those are like the 2 main traps your deck plays. Could also just have like other random shit as well, I guess. Oh, excuse me. I have to pay 700 for Imperial Order. God, I don't miss doing this. Let's go try to put you on a decent clock here. Let's go Thoroughblade effect.
Yep.
Then let's go Borbo Broad Bowl effect.
Yep.
Let's get ourselves a Whiptail. Then I haven't Tiger Mortared, so we can do that on this guy now because it's not the same turn we Chakanine. Let's detach. Let's get a Whiptail.
Yep.
And we'll put him in attack. Why not?
Yeah.
I'll just try for battle here. This is what? 12, 16, 16.
You want to throw another 12 on there?
Let's see what this puts you at. This is over half. I'm good, actually. I'll just stick like this. Second main, I'll go another Trident.
Sure.
I'll set 1. Go ahead.
Standby main.
Pay 7 for order. It's every standby phase.
Let's activate Disciples.
Okay.
We'll go Apocalypse here.
I see.
Yeah.
You can use Apocalypse, pop the Disciples, which will then allow you to pop my order. That's annoying. It's fine.
We'll try for it.
I'll chain Trident on the Apocalypse.
Sure. We'll go Apocalypse, target this Trident.
The one that did not use its effect? Yeah, that's fine.
You got it. There was a way around it if I did it in damage, but I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, how's it feel, buddy? How's it feel not having the out, huh?
How are you gonna whine all through the intro of that last one, looking at an Imperial Order in your hand? How are you gonna do it? Oh, I can't believe
you
this.
whined in the first game with Masterpiece. Oh, my deck doesn't do everything I want it to do.
No?
Oh, boo,
Yeah,
boo.
okay. Pot of Duality.
Sure, that's fine.
That's exactly what we want to see. Let's grab Heritage here.
Sure.
Anything at res?
Nope.
Wowie zowie. Let's set a card. We will tribute summon Majesty Maiden.
Sure.
Heritage, attempt to draw 1. Maxi.
Demise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, Louise. Wow. Okay.
One of Maxi. Hilarious.
It's actually kind of crusty. How much do I want to play around here? It's a question of if I want to play around, like, kaijus or if I want to play around nothing. I'm going to set 2 and proceed to end phase and lose Masterpiece here.
I know none of them because
you know nothing.
one of them was the Heritage that you added off the Duality. All right, I'll draw. Standby main. Let's start with a good old Tenki.
Yeah.
We actually haven't banished any cards this time, so I guess we'll take Rat.
Yep.
Let's try for a Rat.
Yes.
Activate.
That's fine. We're going to try for a Maiden here.
I'll Ogre her. Let's get her out of here.
Sure, yeah. Let's grab my good friend. Let's grab Dynamite Knight.
Sure. And I will dump combo. Haven't seen that in a while, actually.
All right, wow.
Okay, what else we got here? If you have True Draco traps, which you most likely do, you can just sack one of those for a Dynamite Knight, pop whatever I have on the board.
Possibly true.
That's like the main extent of what you can do. You also Demise, so you just set everything anyway. How do we want to do this? Let's go Boar.
Yeah.
Boar effect.
I don't think I can beat Zeus here. Is the problem. Yeah, Boar effect's fine.
Let's get another Rat.
Yep.
Go Bull.
Yep.
Go Bull effect.
Yep.
Get our good old pal Whiptail.
Yep.
I'm gonna go Trident now.
Ooh, I'm ready to get funky.
Take out the Heritage.
All right, you got me, gamer.
Strike. Okay. Barrage.
Yeah.
Barrage the Tenki.
Yeah.
Thoroughblade effect.
Sure.
Okay, Trident's gone. I'm gonna go Kong here. Tiger Mortar.
Yep.
Tiger Mortar effect.
Yep.
I guess go to battle.
No response.
2K.
Yeah.
Second main, we'll go Shaka-9.
Yeah.
Shaka-9 for Trident.
Yep.
And then Desires.
Sure.
That's interesting. I'll set one and pass. Go ahead.
Sure. Anything in standby?
Nope.
Main. Right. Geki.
Yeah, that's a card. Yeah.
Oh. That's interesting. Let's go.
I don't know what you were expecting. I don't have Bunny Blast, buddy.
I was expecting a little card in the back row. Heritage here?
Heritage to Tribute?
Yeah.
That's fine. I have no response.
Heritage effect.
Got it. Strike.
Ooh, all right. Let's go set one. I don't know. This hand's kind of whack. Battle.
Sure. 25? That's fine.
Yep. Second main.
Yep.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
Yep.
It's not that whack. Interesting. Very interesting. Heritage to draw one. Let's go normal.
Sure. There he is.
Let's go ahead and wipe the barrage.
Makes sense to me.
Back to you, Buckaroo.
I'll draw.
Yep.
You can have him.
Yeah.
Okay. That's out of the way. Do about the other thing here. Let's go. There's still a million things that could be. I'm going to go combo.
It's like really rough for me. Yeah.
Gonna put back. Got most of them. We'll put back Boar, Kong. Got two of those. Shock, Tiger, and we can put a rat back in deck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Twin.
Jesus Christ.
Probably just go for the two that are together.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what the dice say. We'll go for those two.
We'll chain Stormforth.
Sure.
We'll chain Return targeting Masterpiece.
Thinking.
Yep.
I will second Twin, pitch Ogre, return any other one.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's fucking Solemn Warning.
And the last card, buddy.
Oh, suck my
Still
ass,
legal.
dude.
Easy. I love Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh,
All right.
man.
Who are we getting back? I think we can get back everyone. 2, 3. I'm on 5,500. Ooh, I could go 5 deep. That sounds like a lot of fun. Does anything in your deck burn? I don't think so. I think we're just doing fucking everything. Put one of the rats back, so technically I could get an extra one out of that. I have no hands, so Thoroughblade's kind of like whatever. I'll stop at 4. How's that, buddy?
Yeah, sounds great to me.
You're not the only one that has cards that can get them a million cards worth of advantage. All right, let's get to work. Let's go Borbo. Let's just get the other rat out of the deck. Can't attack you, but honestly, I don't care. Let's go. Don't think there's a way to do what I want. We'll go Bull, use Bull, get Whiptail. Let's go overlay. Yeah, we'll do it this way. It's fine. I'll overlay these two. I don't know what I'm scared of at this point. I'll make Emerald. We'll shuffle back. Draw a card. I'm going to use this Whiptail and just put the Trident over it.
Sure.
Go Tiger here. Let's get the Thoroughblade instead of the Bull. I'll just make another Trident here. I think that's fine.
Sure.
We'll go Kong Trident. Just make a thick one. We'll pop the Gamma Seal.
Yeah.
And over to you.
Well, that's a good start. Duality.
Sure.
We'll take the Desires.
Okay. Should I dash?
No, Skill Drain doesn't do it. Desires.
You got it.
we need to find the third Demise as well. 2 Trident. Diagram?
Are you attempting the effect of diagram?
I would like to.
I'll try to pop it.
That's fine.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Draw. I think it's standby.
No.
Go main, try for emerald. Who's going back? Who's going back? Probably one of you, and, why not put Ogre back? You're on 45. How much do I got here? 16, 18, 34, 44. I have enough to kill you. I guess the only thing that stops me is what? A true Draco trap, potentially? If that is what it is, so be it. We'll go to battle. 12.
I'll take 12.
16.
All right, we'll try for return here.
Targeting.
Who cares? Let's go masterpiece.
I'll pop it. Sure.
Sure. I'll eat the other trident.
Sure. 18 from emerald.
Yep.
Second main. Haven't summoned trident yet. That's cool. Go overlay. Overlay. Do I have any targets? I do. Why not? We'll go overlay.
Yep.
Get trident back.
Yep.
A little tiger mortar. Put something underneath.
Yep.
Let's put ram.
Seems good.
And then we'll go for double trident once again.
You
Good
have
luck.
3 trident in here.
We are on triple, baby.
All right. Okay. There. I will tell you the card of demise is in the deck still. All right,
Oh,
so
great.
let's
I
just
don't
try.
like to hear that.
Nah, you got it.
Okay. I had Imperial Order anyway.
I figured. Well, now we know what it takes to crack the win streak.
God.
It takes IO Soul Charge. Oh my god.
Didn't even. I guess it does. Yeah. I was thinking. I didn't even IO this game. It was the other game. But
Yeah.
holy crap.
Woo, those were rough.
Even still, I was still sweating that entire time. Like, I know that this deck can just get back in the game out of nowhere.
So
just because it has the capacity to draw 1,000,000 cards infinitely.
Did you open the Gamcio game 3 or did you draw it off the combo?
I opened the Gamma Seal.
Okay. I hate to be told that, yes, Joseph, you played that turn correctly, and then you still got... Oh, my God. That sequence was insane, though. It was what it was. Gamciel, Twin Twister, Soul Charge. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What
I
a
needed the
game.
combo for the extra card, too, because otherwise I would have
for
had
the
to pitch the
pitch.
Soul Charge. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. I had... the twin was in my hand, and so what I thought you were going to do is what I said earlier, was you were going to use your, if you had a true Draco trap, was trap, summon thing, pop Trident on my end phase, so that way you're clear on your turn.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, okay, if I just twin this away, then I don't have to worry about it as much. And unfortunately, you had Raigeki Card of Demise, which I could have twin twistered on my turn, but I was afraid that it was just more stuff. And that's part of the mind games with this deck, right? Like, with Card of Demise, you have to set cards. Sometimes you're going to hit good things like other copies of Card of Demise. Other times you're going to hit fucking landmines like True King's Return.
And I mean, also part of the back and forth that happens when Imperial Order is in the deck. The reason I held the Solemn Strike to the point I did is because if you go end on Trident on that turn, you can allow me to activate the effect True Draco Heritage, knowing that I have a monster in hand, resolve it, and then go for the Imperial Order on the follow-up with the protection up from Trident to be able to contest whatever comes out. And it's just like,
correct.
Oh my God. Oh, the back and forth is so crazy. Yeah, no, despite the fact that this deck is basically a deck for glue eaters, it does have a lot of teeth to it. It does have a lot of play in it. I'm not sold on this build of the deck. I think that certainly the sideboard probably needs a little bit of work, which is hard when you're in a format like this one and the one that we just got out of in TCG, where there's like a clear best deck. It's like, realistically, how much do you want to sideboard for that strategy that's not already in the main? So instead, you're sideboarding for individual cards, and that is largely Gamciel and Imperial Order. This is, I think, the first time Imperial Orders come back in the series. Oh boy, it was just immediately a problem. Absolutely not only warped games, but warped deck building. This is a strategy that's like all spells, kind of papered over the problem by virtue of the fact that like the True Draco cards can contest Imperial Order if you're able to get them off the field. So, there is some counterplay. That counterplay goes away shortly, and we have to deal with this card for another 2 years. It is nice to see it brought out of the cage.
How did it survive this long? like even in this format's so spell dense when you look at Pure Zoo and True Draco Zoo and just this deck that you're playing, the Demise variant. It's like half of our deck is spells, and it's like, well, better have the out. I guess Trident, like being everywhere in the format, sort of kind of like checks order in like a weird sort of way, but I don't think that's any justification in the slightest. They were really just wanting to sell what, Duelist Saga? Is that what this came out in? I don't remember.
It's weird because like an opening order plus a way to get to Trident, which of course is everything in the deck, puts you at such an advantage because order shuts off additional ways to get to Trident, so you just contest the normal summon. So like in theory, it's like Trident checks Imperial Order, and it's like, yeah, if you have like Call of the Haunted, I guess that's true.
Hey, we were playing Shuffle Reborn now, Joseph.
Yeah,
don't mock.
Unfortunately, Shuffle Reborn is a spell, so yeah. no, it was a really interesting time to be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And you might look at a deck like Zoodiac and a deck like True Draco and think, oh, this format sucks, it's so boring. But I will go to bat for True Draco, Zoodiac, and Zoodiac True Draco as three completely disparate strategies that were all pretty interesting and had a lot of game against each other and caused games to play out in interesting ways. I mean, the one that wasn't decided by a floodgate of our past 9 duels, every single one was a banger. And I don't know any other format where you can get something like that.
I agree. I think Maximum Crisis is interesting because it adds neat cards like Ash Blossom into the game, which continues to still see play today. It goes in and out of formats depending on if it's useful or not.
It's kind of bad in this format. It's kind of weird.
Yeah,
it's bad.
It's rare to have a card that's been like that ubiquitous since release, right? And this was 2017, and the card is still played 6 years later. But then you also have, the other side of it, right? The Draco stuff. And the Draco is very polarizing in the sense that it does have a lot of really neat mechanics going for it. Like Monarch fans like the whole, tribute summoning gimmick and all that. But, Masterpiece was a card that a lot of people really took issue with because we already, not long ago, even in this series, we're dealing with Apocryphal Towers, and here comes Konami saying, hey, okay, let us sell you on this. This isn't Towers, but it's a different Towers, which is basically still Towers. And I don't know. It's an interesting format for sure. I am a fan, I think, of pre-Maximum Crisis because I think it's a lot more interactive, but that's just my opinion. I still think this format's a lot of fun, but I do think Masterpiece is definitely a problem. So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video. I hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout the patrons for all of their continued support. So shoutouts to Shao1317, Tim00x3, MBT Play Medolce, Moto, Cameron L. Smith, Pony Stark, The Synchro Guy, Phoenix the Immortal, Dan the Man Hoban, Draconic, Jordan Coons, Little Fade Leaf, Chris Hood, Dylan Hunter, Cody Bretz, Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Flannel Daddy, Dalton, Inuno Taisho, Thanks for the Sleeves Dad, Max, Twinkle Muncher, Matthew Brady. I've tried reading cards before. It was horrible, and my guinea pigs had to get me therapy. Helios515, Simo's Chaos Cooking Draft, Cheeks McLaperty, Stolfin Amethyst, Wonder Waffle, MBT Cancel by all community soon, Cancel by all committee soon, Cancel by all players soon, Corvain, Gray9, and Micah Pierce. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.